Hello YouTube. Vadman here with a DayZ survival guide tutorial. If you don't know what the game DayZ is Zombie Survival Mod for Arma 2, which is a military war simulator. It's quite a fun game actually, but I will explain how to start off on any server pretty much. Today I'm going to be showing you my server, and I'll start off with some server management basics. Well, first of all, in order to play this game, you need to buy Arma 2 and Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead, which is the expansion pack. And after that, you can install the free DayZ Commander application that will let you easily install and find DayZ servers. So, once you have installed DayZ Regular, you can look up my server by searching for servers that say Vadman, because my server has that in its title. So, there are different types of servers. There are official servers, and there are unofficial servers. All official servers, they share your player file between the different official servers, and they all have the exact same setup of the server. By setup, I mean number of cars, places where stuff spawns, same maps, same buildings. Everything is the same on official servers. That can be fun, but if you want to look for something else, maybe you want to try out flying helicopters or something, it's probably very rare that you will find a vehicle, especially a helicopter, on one of those servers. And it'll take a lot of time and a lot of gear and equipment. So, for example, my server has over 600 different vehicles, while regular servers have around 100. Mine features motorcycles at spawn points, at pretty much all spawn points in this game. So, anyways, I guess I'll get started. I'm going to spawn in. On my server, you spawn with some basic loot. Continue. You spawn with some basic loot. You spawn with some meat. I'll show you guys. So, first off, in the bottom right corner, we see Chernobyl and then a city. You just saw that. The city is where I am. I'm currently spawned in Elektrozavodsk, which is shortened as Electro by most American players. So, we are near a city, a major city. What you want to do is, well, first of all, I guess I'll start with mechanics of this game. Usually you spawn near the coast, and how you want to play is you want to look for major cities where you'll be fairly safe, and you want to look for weapons until you have enough gear to go north, where you can find better weapons. But to go north, you have to avoid snipers and etc. So, essentially, some of the basic controls: enter on numpad enters third person. Scroll wheel is for action menus. F is for the weapon you're using, or scroll wheel depending on what you're switching between, and G is inventory. C is stand up, X is crouch, and Z is prone. In the bottom right corner, you'll also see some indicators, and above them, an ear and an eye. The ear and the eye show your visibility and hearability to other players, and specifically zombies. If there is waves next to either of those, zombies can potentially be able to aggro you. The gun on the top of the bottom list is essentially combat mode. Whenever anything happens to you, like you get aggroed, you get shot near, or you shoot, or you start flying a vehicle, you start driving a vehicle or flying a plane, that will turn red and flash. And essentially what that means is you cannot disconnect from the server for another 30 seconds or until it goes away, because it essentially ruins the point of the game if you're getting attacked by another player and you disconnect. So below that is a thermometer, which shows your temperature, and temperature is affected by weather conditions and being in water. Usually on the map, on regular DayZ, Chernobyl DayZ, you will not have a problem with that unless you idle for a long time in rainy conditions. Below that is a water bottle. That is how thirsty you are. It slowly depletes, and if it turns red, you urgently need to find water. The water droplet looking thing is blood. The one below that is food, essentially same thing. How blood works in this game, you spawn with 1200, or no, 12,000, 12,000, excuse me, 12,000 blood, and as you take damage, you bleed, and you potentially lose all of your blood until you die. Essentially, when you start bleeding, you will see that icon. There will be a white X over it if you are bleeding, and it'll slowly deplete. You'll also see colors in the game turning grayer, and essentially, if you're almost dead, your screen will be incredibly blurry and gray. So now that I've explained basics, eating, I guess I'll explain that. If you see like this, the water bottle start to flash red, and you need a drink, you right-click a drink that you find, and you drink it, or you right-click food, and you eat it. I'll get to food and drinks soon. Now, another important aspect of this game is avoiding players. Now, the one thing is avoiding zombies or killing zombies, but another thing is avoiding or fighting with players, because in this game you either have to try to be sneaky or you can try attack other people. Well, I guess that's it for now. Let's go and I'll show you guys what to do. So once you spawn, on this server you spawn without a map, so if you press M, nothing will happen. But I recommend googling DayZ Chernoris map or Chernoris Arma map, because it's a good idea to understand where you are, and I guess over time you will understand it automatically, and you will know all the names of cities and stuff. Oh, look at that. There's a field of motorcycles right there. As I said, on my server, you can find clusters of motorcycles, though you might not necessarily want to get in them and drive, because that exposes you to players, as they are very loud and aggroes lots of zombies. So if you don't have a weapon, you might not want that. I will use one for the sake of time, and because I have experience with this game. Essentially, when you walk up to something that you can do something to, including items, you can scroll wheel, and then you see on the left side, get in as driver, get in, ride and back, or gear. Once we're in as driver, you might be in first person or third person, and if you hold Alt, you can do this, which is free cam. Personally, I like driving using the keys. So I double tap Alt so I can use my mouse and then just drive with the keys. Or you can drive with the mouse, which is a little more confusing. Alright, let's go and look for our gear. Essentially, once you have decided where you are and which major city you want to go to, it doesn't have to be very major. My server has an increased amount of buildings, so you have a higher chance of finding stuff. We're just gonna look around for buildings that are enterable. Be careful if you're driving a motorcycle. In the top left corner, you will see the damage meter, and if any of those things turn red, I recommend either trying to repair it, which is more of an advanced procedure, or dropping it, because it potentially may blow up. As I said, we're currently in Electro, which is famous for its 2 naturally occurring fire stations, a supermarket, and a church. Fire stations are the buildings that contain the most loot, and that is why they are treasured. As you can see, once I got off, I have a bunch of zombies following me. Another trait of this game is that zombies cannot, I repeat, cannot run inside of buildings. They will try to follow you and walk. Ooh, I'm hit. I'm bleeding. Get out of here before they kill me. I will need to bandage myself quickly, but in order to do that, I will have to get to a safe spot first. As you can see, my wheel meter on the top left has turned orange. Essentially, that means my wheel is damaged and can reduce my speed. I should be careful. again, scroll wheel to get out. And if we press gear, you will not have bandages here. You may, depending on the server you spawn in. On my server, I will soon implement bandages on spawn. But currently, you do not have bandages, and I am bleeding. So my goal is to as quickly as possible, find some bandages before I die. Again, be careful, and you can open doors to buildings. Ooh, in which zombies will not be able to run. I got hit again, and as you saw, my screen flashed white. I am currently still bleeding. I may actually die and respawn. We will see. But do not worry if you have to respawn multiple times on your first try. I'm just showing what can happen to you. Most likely when you will be playing on this server, you will spawn with bandages though. In order to use them, ooh, nope, no bandages. That is a stanag smoke grenade. So when you are looking at piles of loot you find, you want to press G and then you can take them by double clicking them. Essentially, you don't want to overflow your inventory, but you want to make sure you're stocked up on anything you will possibly need, especially bandages, as we now see. I'm gonna head over to the church and/or supermarket. Again, I recommend using a map for this because it's kind of hard to understand where you're located without one, though I know this place fairly well. So we are entering the actual center of Elektrozavodsk, where you have to be careful if the server has many people on it, because a lot of people enjoy being here and trying to obtain weapons. We will check the fire station first, actually. Thank you, zombie, for opening the door for us. Oh my. There might not be bandages in here. Once again, some buildings may not spawn loot for a while. Oh. Ooh my. The game's glitching out. But anyways, I'm going to explain what just happened. My blood level was so low that I went unconscious. For some reason, I'm spinning because the game glitched out. But until the timer comes down, I'm unconscious and I cannot do anything. Essentially, I'm dead. Unless I have a friend to help save me, which is why this game is usually best played in groups or with friends. Alright, let's respawn, and I'll see you back in the city. One more thing that is important to note is there is local and on some servers, so server-wide chat and voice talking. If you press comma, you'll see side channel pop up in the very bottom left. Side channel means you're talking to the whole server. Now, if you want to voice chat, you press and hold caps lock. Though most servers will get mad at you if you voice chat on a side channel, because that scares a lot of the players, as everyone will hear someone talking. This can be quite frightening because you're trying to avoid people most of the time, not run into them. Now, direct communication, which is found by tapping comma or dot, period, multiple times, as you saw right there, is another thing, and is very helpful. So essentially what direct communication does is it allows you to voice chat or chat using slash. Once again, you can most servers allow you to chat on side channel with text. However, direct communication allows you to voice chat or text chat with people around you within a certain radius. This is very helpful if you see another person but want to explain to them that you're friendly, or on the other hand, want to make a person surrender or scare them off, and can be incredibly helpful in many situations. I'll see you back in the city. Alright, we are approaching Kamenka, one of the cities on the very, very left side of the map, close to the coast. One more thing, if you hold right click, you can zoom in. Same with plus on your numpad, or if you hold minus, you'll zoom out. That pretty much covers the very, very basics of this mod pack. I will be releasing more videos. Oh, bandages. I guess here I'll show you this first. Bandage, bandage. You double click to take. And now if we get hit, we can bandage. In the next video, I will talk about, in detail, avoiding zombies, more about loot spawning, and how all that works. Essentially, more about survival. And then in the episode after that, I will talk about PvP and fighting other players. So maybe trying to avoid them or negotiating with them. And I'll explain how that works. Maybe some vehicles in there too. Fancier vehicles, I mean. So let me just show you quickly how bandages work. And as I said, in the next video I will explain how you should enter a city and how zombies work, and game mechanics and loot mechanics. I saw 2 more bandages over there. Oh yes, V is to vault over things if you want to jump over fences. Let me just show you how to bandage. You press G, right click, bandage myself. It will take some time, so you can't just do this while you're getting attacked. Be careful. Oh. There we go. Anyways, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like and share this video with your friends, and make sure to subscribe and comment with any suggestions or questions that you may have about this game or mod pack. Thank you very much, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.